did it today.
Yeah?
I think we did it.
Uh-oh. We need a better way, but we did it.
Everything's recording. Perfect, on time. There will be no ridiculous need for combining it. I did get really lucky last week.
Why?
I randomly placed it, and it lined up perfectly.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I've seen you sit there for a half hour trying to line it up before.
yeah, it's annoying as fuck. You think the producer would do that? But he doesn't.
Is that his job description?
I mean, that's kind of what a producer is.
That's what I was getting at.
He called me
Trash.
He called me Swirl ice cream.
He called you Swirl ice cream today. Absolutely. How do you feel about that?
Do you agree with him?
I still haven't fully understood the analogy yet.
That's because, all right, so like the vanilla is like the nice, I love you, right? And then it just instantly goes to fuck you. And I'm making fun of you.
I mean, yeah, I could see it.
And it just keeps going around and around and around. That's
Some days are more white. You know, like when you start licking the white side over the brown.
Yeah.
Or if you start licking the brown over the white. It depends on your day. It depends on how you woke up as to what color is showing more that day. They're both still there.
It's probably the best analogy I've ever heard of myself, because you started saying it and I instantly knew exactly what you were going to say.
I had no clue where he was going with it.
I knew it.
I really he got all worked up, like I thought he was genuinely going to like try to hurt your feelings or something. And then he like did the shit that came out of your mouth, man. Caught me off guard.
That shit was funny.
It was good.
That was a good one. So I talked to Paul earlier today. So this whole thing started because earlier today I drove by like a funeral precaution. What are they called?
Procession.
Procession. There you go. Precaution. A funeral procession. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And like gave me like a weird feeling all day. And then on the way home, this fucking truck driver was stealing on the back. Was going like 80 miles an hour. Dude, like, passing people. And I was like, this isn't Final Destination shit.
That's a no for me, dog.
And as Paul called me, and he was like, oh, just come over here for dinner tonight. And I was like, no, dude, I'm not leaving the house. You guys come here. And I wanted cookies so bad. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to go get cookies. When I pulled off of the street, I realized that I left the house. And I started having an anxiety attack. Like I was gonna die. And it freaked me the fuck out.
I'm surprised you continued on your journey.
Yeah, but like
on some no. I told myself I wasn't leaving today.
I have gone too far.
I was gonna say, although you always seem to go against yourself.
Yeah.
And you didn't fuck yourself this time.
That's not true. They didn't have cookies I could bake.
Yeah, but you didn't come back empty-handed.
This is true. I came back with Chips Ahoy, though. But they did fuck us. Left like 9 cookies out of each package.
I think that's what they're going to start doing.
Why?
Save 3-4 cookies out of every... If you save 0.2 on every gram you selling, then you can get 8.5 out of every 7, Phil. Haven't we gone over this? Now apply that to cookies.
That's quick maths.
Hey. It works.
Learn more about math trapping than you did in school. You having some problems there? So these fucking Nike pants have these like caps on the thingy.
Wait, what?
They got the this thingy?
The metal caps.
The drawstring? Yeah, they have like a metal cap that goes over it.
Yeah, some shoelaces have that as well.
It looks nice.
Yeah, until they break or stab you. But could also be used in an emergency situation. You can make a fishing hook out of that. Or you could poke someone. Gouge their eye out.
We're learning today with you. What else? What other information you got?
I mean, that's quick right off the top of the head.
They're stabbing people with...
You could potentially use it as a blow dart.
Fucking how?
If you had a needle and like the shoestring piece underneath that fit, shove the needle through it. Find yourself a piece of bamboo, you're set, man.
It's capped.
Drill a hole in it. Depends what resources you have here, bud.
I feel as if you have a drill, you wouldn't use this little cap as a tool.
Well, no, you'd be using it as a weapon.
Tool, weapon, same thing. Can you pay attention? Look us up articles of things to talk about. Do your job. Come on. As we're bantering on over here.
Do weirdest survival tips. Let's look up survival tips today.
You gotta put it up on the screen too, asshole.
The screen I can't see.
Buy another TV. I don't know. Tiger Woods is making a comeback.
Weird. All right. Yeah.
I'm kind of over it already. And you're pressing buttons, making shit appear on the screen.
Holy fuck, dude. You didn't type it out yet?
Yeah, dude, you really
I turned back around for 30 seconds. You still had the same word up there.
It's because he doesn't know how to spell, so he was looking for it on, like, the suggested searches.
Survival?
See?
Yeah, we knew about the bleach in the water.
Why would you do that? I can't read that. It's too small.
4 drops of bleach will treat 1 quart or liter of water.
That's not really... These aren't, like, survival tools. 80% of Earth's surface is covered in water.
Well, what I'm gathering from, like, the other couple about how 68% of the human body is water and 75% of the human brain is water... Sounds like you're fucked without water. That's what I'm gathering.
It said something about blood being water. Yeah, so just, drink water.
Did you know that 3 whistle blasts is the international whistle code for I need help?
1 whistle blast is where are you?
There's an international
2 whistle blast is an
whistle code.
Come to me. Yeah, there's an international whistle code.
How many whistle blows is it for? I'm being raped.
Oh, we're starting off with the rape jokes, huh?
Well, like, if you're being raped, and what if you only get 2? What if you only get 2 blows off, and like you're misleading people?
Dude, that's wild. Did that really say EDC?
Yeah, everyday carry, bro.
Yeah.
Of a rape whistle?
No, dude. Everyday carry of a whistle made out of bamboo. Where does one find bamboo around here?
From the stove.
Well, don't you know that in every survival situation there's bamboo?
No? Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm bored on that already.
So, I wasn't sure if I wanted to even talk about this. Because I don't even want to give said person satisfaction that, like, they're being talked about. Because that's what they want. But long story short, those fucking text messages. Some random person talking all types of shit.
I kind of thought it was funny.
You think everything is funny that doesn't happen to you, though.
It's not me. You didn't let me finish.
So, long story short, for the people who are listening, a number texted me telling me how horrible of a human being I am. And I'm just the worst. And it pretty much came down to... it's someone I know that's known me my entire life. And it's not bothering me. But it's like... the way we make fun of each other and do shitty things to each other, for the good knee slap and fun of it, I'm wondering if it was a joke. But then they were like really ignorant.
What if I told you it was me? For the sake of content. And my sole purpose was to get you to bring it up on the podcast today.
I'd say good job.
It wasn't me.
Now, do I think you're capable of doing that? Masterminding an idea like that? No. You wouldn't put that much thought into it.
I would put that much thought. I don't know if I'd put that much energy.
No,
I
that's
put
what I'm
thought
saying.
into some weird shit.
You wouldn't.
I never do it.
That's not.
It's my issue. I never follow through. I'd be in prison.
You wouldn't do that for content. There's
No.
other things you would do for content
Yeah,
that I could see. But that, really? I think that's ridiculous. And if it's serious, I kind of feel a little, like, weirded out that there's a man out there that, like, takes it upon themselves to, like, think about me that much that they need to, like, attempt to ruin my life. That's kind of weird to me. Like, they have more mental problems than I do. That's kind of scary. I've been, like, looking out my window. Is anybody watching?
No, you haven't.
No, I haven't, because I haven't really put much thought into it. But they did say, they were like...
And to be honest with you, I forgot all about it until you just now brought it up.
I did too. I was thinking about it the other day. Sunday, though, for a little bit. And they were like, how does it make you feel that everybody hates you? And that's what makes me think that it's someone that, like, I actually know. Because I talk about that a lot. And it does bother me that, like, I do think people already hate me. But, like, I've come to terms with people hating me. So, like, when other people tell me everybody hates me, it's not that big of a deal. And then I think of, like, Paul doesn't hate me.
I don't know. See, I'd have to actually sit there and read it. I only know the little bit that you told me. And, like, so I thought, I put a little bit, I don't know, probably 5-10 minutes of thought into it right when it happened. And then, like I said, I forgot all about it.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's never going to come to anything, so whatever. Whatever. I ain't got time for it.
What if it does? What if I wake up and I get kidnapped? Would you look for me?
Yeah, where would I look, though?
Some taken shit. I will find it.
I don't know, man. It's your job to figure it out.
I will kill
If I disappeared, where would be the first place you would look?
Your house?
Huh.
And then I'd look for clues,
Like blues?
like blues clues. And then I hope you would be smart enough to, like, leave a trail of treats. to
What if
lead
I
me
got
right to you.
kidnapped from work?
Yeah, that'd be kind of a hard one. I'd look at security footage from the shop and from nearby businesses. And then I'd find... Let's be honest here,
What
Nick.
if I left in my car and that's when I disappeared?
Well, then it's kind of like you took off.
Huh.
Which are... You having fun over there making noises? I can hear you.
Thing sucks.
The likelihood of me getting kidnapped versus the likelihood of you
I'm too
getting
fat to
kidnapped.
get kidnapped.
Exactly.
Let's just get it out there. Quit beating around the bush.
Survival tip. Be fat. Won't get kidnapped.
Weird survival tip.
it.
Had that.
People are harder.
We're at 31. We got 32.
Yep.
And you retain water.
Yeah, so you'll survive
So my
longer.
75% of my body that's water, I got more water than you.
It's kind of a fact. Your 75% more is more than my 75% more.
Turn that heater off.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could.
I really noticed it when you muted the mic. There she goes.
Nothing. Quiet. Are you excited about your birthday, bud?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I am. I always like to be excited about my birthday.
You know, I was kind of hurt earlier because Paul was saying that your last couple birthdays have been shitty.
Like, shitty stuff has happened. Like, the sub pump went out last year on my birthday. Like, of all days? Come on.
I did.
I had to vacuum out 900 gallons of water, 30 gallons at a time.
I forgot
That
about
sucked.
that. I forgot about that. The previous year though wasn't bad. I have to throw a cake in your face. What bad happened there? Fucking negative Nancy.
That was the year that we argued before my birthday. Because of Paige. That was the year that you wore the Brady jersey. I remember arguing. You were at work and I was at the liquor store arguing with you on the phone. And then Mike wanted to make a big deal, and he came and got his mini bikes right before the party, and that was a whole big fucking stink. That was my birthday, the year before that.
Oh yeah. But see, that's what's weird is because
Like, it's always I'm not saying like the whole day is just trash. Like, there's always something stupid out that happens on my birthday every year.
that was weird though because it was never like we weren't really arguing though. It really honestly had nothing to do with us. It was other people.
But like me and you were in the middle, and but on opposite sides in the middle, like trying to meet, and it just wasn't working.
Nobody was listening to it. Paige wasn't coming to the party. That was already determined, and people were still making a big deal about it. Ridiculous.
So yeah, here again, not like it's the worst fucking day of my life, but there's always something. Something always happens, and I always just kind of sit there like, really? I'm like, today of all days. Here again, you can laugh or you can cry, but
I've become.
so that's why I'm like, it's gonna be a good day, but like, what is it? what the fuck is it gonna be this year?
We have many surprises for you.
Yeah.
I hope. We'll see. I'm gonna clip it right here. I'm just letting you know. I have put in the effort.
I'm just saying I don't want to know.
No,
like,
I know.
genuinely enjoy surprises.
Okay, I know.
Like, I haven't asked anyone. I don't want, like, when I hear you all talking, like, I don't fucking listen.
I know,
Like, dead
I
ass.
know.
Like, I genuinely like surprises.
You can ask Paul. Paul knows. Is it a good idea, Paul?
Yeah, we're working really hard
If
to get everything
it
going.
doesn't work, our friends are shitty people. 100% they have been informed. Okay? I have tried.
All right.
So far, one has come through.
All right. You know what? Hey, real quick. I'm going to take this opportunity to give a friend that's been neglected some benefit of the doubt. And I'm going to go ahead and think that Chance was the one. I'm going to think that Chance is the one guy that came through. Chance, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt this time, bud.
I'm not gonna give any names away.
No, leave it alone. So anyway.
I'm not. Fuck that asshole. He smokes fake Pashas.
That's right. Y'all have been getting real heated about just anything in general lately.
I wasn't really heated.
No, but y'all like, I don't know, man. Like, y'all are definitely joking, but like not. Like, y'all like, I don't know, man. Y'all definitely put some thought into what y'all are going to say the next day or something, man.
No.
And like a lot of the times I catch up on it and I go to type something and it's like, you know what? Nah. Like, nah. There's been a couple times I've said some shit and y'all just ignore the fuck out of it because y'all are saying some dumb shit back and forth. You know what? Nah.
I defended him yesterday. I was in his court.
I don't even remember what y'all were arguing about yesterday.
Me and him were in agreement yesterday about forced invitation.
Oh yeah, that.
And how a forced invitation... All right, so let's explain what a forced invitation is. A forced invitation is when somebody announces that they're doing something and doesn't invite you until you approach them about not being invited, and then they invite you. That's a forced invitation. Do you like forced invitations? Makes you feel like you're not wanted, right? Well, I had to ask you to be invited.
To an extent, yes and no. Because I've also been on the other side and invited a whole bunch of people, and there's always that one motherfucker you forget. There's always so much shit going on that, like, I don't know, I always fucking forget to invite certain people. Like Zach. Zach's a big one. I don't know why that, like, I fucking forget every time. Like, he doesn't go to shows. He doesn't, like, I don't know, like, he's just, I don't know.
I just say everybody's invited all the time.
And then, like you said, it's always just an open invitation to everyone. But, like, I don't know, certain people, like, we don't just go out spewing, hey, this is what we're doing. I don't know. But no, I don't like forced invitations.
and we were in agreement.
Every once in a while, I get it, but like I don't know, all the time, yeah, no, I hate them. That's I don't know.
Chance called Paul the Hunchback of Notre Dame. That shit was funny.
Paul was definitely a good addition to the group.
I think so. And he's learned to stay out of the Chance and Phil arguments. Quickly, I see. We didn't say shit today. Nobody did.
I don't know.
Fucking assholes. Yet again, nobody coming to my defense. I'm trying to be a nice guy. Save your life. Nope. Prick. I'm a prick.
Cause like I mean I see what you're saying, but I don't know. It ain't worth the fucking argument. I ain't whatever. You want to smoke a motherfucker? Go ahead and smoke it. Smoke crack if you want. That also goes out to you, Chance. I don't care. Do you, bud? Don't be bitching at me when I'm over here doing me either.
Did you see the argument I got with the person on the Beecher Facebook page?
About the train?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see my comment on there?
Yeah, you said vote for me.
No. Before you even hopped in, I was throwing comments up out there. Someone was going on and on about how train horns and what if your child was the one that was playing out by the train tracks and they didn't hear the fucking train going. And dude, yeah, like Darwinism at its finest. Like, dude, fuck your kids. Like, if your kid's stupid enough to go playing on the train tracks, so then so be it. Like a train doesn't just sneak up on you. You know, I don't know. You have to hear a horn to know a train's coming.
Yeah, but
you got the dinging of the railroad crossings. You'll feel it. Like,
I don't know. Again, this is what I've always said. If that's what you're going to choose to complain about, I think it's a good consensus to come to like, damn, like we live in a good town. Like, for example, you know, just pulling a town out of the tip of my hat, Lake Station, for example, you know, there's stabbings and gang members and violence and, you know, robberies and rapes and vandalism and car theft.
Anything else?
It's a shame we know some people that live in Lake Station.
Wow. But then, yeah, the other point I was going to bring up was, like, I was going to bring it up when his mom commented on it, but, like, it could go either way in the argument. But, like, I can hear the trains in my house. Like, so it's, you live by the tracks. And it's like, oh, no, like, I live all the way the fuck out there. But then it also goes on the other argument, like, well, exactly. Like, he can hear it all the way out there. Like, I don't know. Like,
it's not that big of a deal.
Here again.
Really
I don't live in
not
town.
that big of a deal. I mean, if you're going to be an ignorant asshole about it and just hold the fucking horn down as you're throughout town, yeah, you're kind of a dick. Like, you know, a little toot-toot. Okay, like, cool. There's a massive billion-ton object coming your way. I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But again, like, if that's the fucking mountain you want to die on, so fucking be it. But I also have to say, if that's the mountain you're dying on, you probably have a pretty fucking good life.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't know, man.
Like, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Die on that mountain if you want. Go for it.
Yeah. And Paul brought this up last podcast. I don't know if you just noticed it. And I don't know if you ever noticed it, but I talk out of the side of my mouth, like, a lot. And it's because I have this genetic smirk all the time. Like, I always have a smirk, so I'm always talking out of the side of my mouth. Like,
it should be a ventriloquist.
My grandpa had it. It's like it's a trait that we have. We're just really happy people.
Should be a ventriloquist.
Why the fuck? I mean, can I shove my hand up your ass and work your mouth like a puppet?
Well, no, because you talk out of the side of your mouth.
That's not what ventriloquists do, really.
So, since you could talk out of the side of your mouth, can you also talk out of your ass?
How is that even comparable?
You got Paul to chuckle.
See, jokes are always funnier when another person laughs.
Absolutely. I felt a little dry there until I heard him chuckle. And it's like, all right, cool.
This is why I said, Paul, if you want me to stop making fun of you, you have to get Nick to stop laughing at my horrible jokes.
No, they're great.
Paul, I don't even think they're that good. But this motherfucker be dying laughing.
Because they're just so out of left field. They'll just be sitting there minding his own goddamn business. Like, Paul, your fucking ball sack smells. Like, dude, I don't know. You just say some ignorant. Did you just say some ignorant shit to him? Like, out of nowhere.
Not
like,
once.
dude, it makes me laugh. I don't know.
Not once.
I couldn't think of what I was trying to think of what you just said on the couch, and I couldn't think of it. I still can't think of what you said, but it was funny.
Not once have I ever been like, "Hey, Paul, your balls stink."
Whatever. The whole point is you say ignorant shit to him.
Yeah, but then I followed up with a compliment.
Ice cream swirl.
Does he, or does he not, beat around the bush though? Do you see his head, bud?
Like, if you grabbed, like, where's the World Library at? Isn't there some, like, humongous fucking library? Anyway, long story short, you would be
Congressional library or some shit
the
like
dictionary for beat around the bush.
that. Can you look up something? Was the Library of Alexander a real thing?
What is that?
It was a Greek or Roman library that, like, supposedly held all of, like...
The Emerald Tablets?
Possibly. I think it was called the Alexander Library. Great Library of Alexandria. So it doesn't exist anymore? Like it's gone?
What, did they just tear it down? Or they just, like, take all the shit out of it and document it? I mean, you just say, like, oh, it's just gone? Like, they just knocked it down.
Got
No,
lost.
motherfucker, you can't just knock it down.
Lost in time, I assume.
I mean, maybe.
Is there, like, a little thing that says what happened to it? That shit's too small. I can't read that stuff. Is it a thing? This isn't explaining to me if it's a thing.
I don't know.
Well, you're showing us the Google Maps for it. I don't want to see the Google Maps. I want to see if it... I mean, obviously it's still a thing now, but is it still... Not a thing. How about that?
How?
So that's like the new one of the modern. That's wild. I wonder if they got any documentaries on about that.
Are we going?
I would love to go to Egypt. Like, if there's one place I would love to go more than anywhere in the world, it would be Egypt.
What it looks like now.
Yeah, I don't think that was built thousands of years ago.
No?
I'm gonna give it a no. You know what we need to do, Paul? We also need to do a screen where you, like, switch it to the computer too, so you can show what the fuck we're talking about, or, like, put a third screen up.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to do it right now.
Okay.
That would be so sick, though. I absolutely want to go to Egypt. I want to go in the pyramids. Like, how sick would that be? Like, how do you get to that position? How do you get to be the guy that gets to go into the pyramid?
Did you see about the guy that, like, climbed to the top of it? And what he had, like, there was this guy, I'm pretty sure that's what all he did was climb to the top of it for some promotional video. And it was some little mini documentary of what he had to go through to get permission to even be able to do that.
I don't even think you can necessarily touch the pyramids.
He was able to get up there and do what he had to do, but it was like months and months and like really sketchy backroom meetings and paying people and like it was weird.
I fucking bet, dude.
But he was able to do it.
There was some woman that like ran up the Mayan pyramid and like got in serious trouble, but like she played it off like, oh, I was possessed by the gods and they wanted me to go up there. I don't know what ever happened to her. But yeah, you can't.
That's a weird angle to try to play.
But I mean, like, it's a fucking like a mythical thing. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe the gods did talk to her. Burning bushes. Jonah and the whale.
Church and state.
What does that have anything to do with anything?
Isn't she being prosecuted?
That's considered like a wonder of the world though. Like you can't
Okay.
like an artifact, like a treasure.
So you can just
almost.
run up there and say, "Oh God." Oh.
I mean, again, I don't know what happened to her. I'm sure she got in trouble.
Let's find out.
You can't just run up that shit. Google, yep.
What happened to her?
But that's what how do you get to be the archaeologist that goes in the fucking tombs? And why have we not explored it all yet? Woman getting in trouble for feeding deer. That's the same thing.
He did all that just to not type 4.
It's not the Alexandria Library. It's a Mayan temple. Yeah, that woman. That's crazy.
We're celebrating St. Patty's Day with a new set of star-studded singers
Thumbs up there.
Ruby is bringing it.
and a shamrockin' reveal of
This
who's
is an
behind
ad.
the mask.
Oh, here it is.
For the masked
The
singer.
Masked
I
Singer,
got
all
that.
new
For
tomorrow
the
at
people
8,
at
7
home
Central
that
on
have no idea
Fox.
why it's just silent. We're not doing anything.
No. Hey, no. No. No manches.
Look, see, there she goes. Just climbing to the top.
No shit.
Oh, this was recent? I thought this was a while ago. This was this year? No way.
January 3rd.
That's a 9, isn't it?
Originally, false stories were circulating online saying that this woman had climbed up this Mayan pyramid to spread
That's
her
fucking
husband's
wild.
ashes.
To spread her husband's
But the
ashes.
truth is, nobody really knows why she decided to climb up.
That's what it
especially
was.
moving like this.
Yeah, I don't. You're not supposed to be able to do that.
Some of the people at the site were laughing and clapping semi-enthusiastically.
I don't know. I get it though, because when everybody that went there would want to
While
go up
others
there, you
were
know, and it
clearly
would ruin
offended
the
by it.
fucking. It would ruin it, you know. But at the same time, like, I don't know, if I go to that shit, motherfucker, I want to go up there. I want to see what's in that little hut.
Hot.
I don't know, man. I find that shit extremely interesting.
Yeah. I'm with you. Like, I would really want to go up there as well, but like you said, you can't just have
That's what I'm
everyone
saying.
going up there all the time.
Yeah,
like,
because it ruins it. It's like when we went to, when I was in Washington, D.C., like, if you take flashes, like a camera with a flash, it fucks up, like, the Declaration of Independence and shit. And, like, you get in a shit ton of trouble because it takes the ink away.
fuck 'em. Really?
Yeah. That shit was really fucking interesting to see, though. Like, in person, I don't know. It was cool.
I've never gone.
We should make a trip. I wonder how far Washington, D.C. is from where we're going to be in Kentucky. I feel like it's not even close.
So, can you take pictures at all?
Yeah, you can. You just can't have a flash because the bright light deteriorates the ink on the paper.
You better make motherfucking sure. So is there just someone standing there making sure, like, flashes don't go off?
Bro, have you ever seen
I have no clue.
National Treasure?
No
Where they
clue.
have like fucking an extravagant security system for these fucking pieces of paper? Yeah, it's insane. There's
Really?
security fucking everywhere. It's insane. It's wild.
No shit.
Yeah, that's not even close. We're going down south. And it's like east.
Look up what the punishment is for using a flash. Is it punishable by death?
I heard some 80-year-old woman did it before and like the Secret Service tackled her and broke her neck. I don't know if that's a real story. I just pulled it out of my ass.
That's horrible. Bitch deserved it.
Yeah, you can get in a lot of trouble though. What is the fine for take a picture with? I'm glad you're an artist, not a writer. If you put in White House, I will punch you because it's not in the White House.
On in the.
That's also. It's also not what I was. Well, was it a myth or was it true? Well, if it's a myth, I don't want to fucking be talking about it. There's no point to talk about it if it's a myth. Bro, you're scrolling through the whole fucking thing. I got this.
Jesus Christ.
To take a photo of the original copies, there's a ban on flash photography. I don't know, it doesn't really say anything other than that. And then it's kind of like, why are you showing the actual... Why are you showing the actual Declaration of Independence? I don't know, I guess that is kind of a cool thing to see, though.
Yeah. I mean, they should just make it a no pictures at all.
I mean, yeah. The Smithsonians are really cool, too. What are you doing?
It doesn't really say anything about, like you said, punishment for it.
Just like,
it just talks about it.
yeah.
And like how flashes damage it, but doesn't say anything like don't be or else.
I feel as if like they should slap on like, you know, go to Guantanamo Bay.
We'll chop your fingers off.
The Smithsonians are really cool though too. When I went there, I was like, I want to say I was like 11 or 12, and then like the McDonald's there had like a garbage can that walked around and took your garbage from you.
Disney has the same thing. That was the first time I ever saw it when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was wild.
I'm trying to think, I think it was Animal Kingdom. It did it like walked and talked and did all types of weird shit.
How many times have you been to Disney? Just once?
Only once.
Yeah.
I was 10.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It is.
But
I think it would be fun to go back as an adult now.
The one I want to go to is the one that has like the giraffes and shit.
Animal Kingdom.
Inside your hotel.
Oh, where you like get woken up by giraffes?
Dude.
I bet that room is really expensive.
I know it is. I just don't know exactly how much.
I bet it's a lot. Yeah, well, we could ask him to look it up, but it'll be ready to look at in like 10 minutes, and we'll be moved on from the conversation. Not even gonna start. Okay. I want to go back to Universal.
We're hiring a new producer. Anyone knows anyone? I'm trying to think of which one was which, because we did like I'm pretty sure we did almost all of them except for like Universal Studios. We had like a package deal. It was
Yeah, you
like
get to go
6
to
days,
all the
7 nights,
parks.
and you went to like each day was a park, or you had one pass for each park, or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
it was, you know. And but it didn't include some of them, like Universal Studios. I don't think it had.
Yeah, because that's not necessarily part of Disney.
Mm-hmm. But it had the water park one. What is that? Ice
Blizzard
Mountain
Beach.
Is that what it is? Blizzard Beach. Then they had we went to Epcot, Animal Kingdom. That's the only 3 I can think of right this second. But good time. Then lost my dad. I don't know I'm sure you've heard that story before.
No.
No?
No.
You didn't hear how we lost my dad in Disney?
No.
For the entire day?
No.
Oh, man. So, you know, my mom, she wants to go shopping. We're in Disney and blah, blah, blah. And my dad, he does not want to go shopping. He'd rather sit at the pool. So he was like, oh, fuck it. You know, me and my mom and my sister went in to go look at shit. And he's, I'm going to go sit on the bench. Well, Disney, you know, obviously is a very, very fucking busy place. So we go in the store, and there's a bench, like, right outside the store. So we're in the store we were in there for quite a while, I'm sure, like 15, 20 minutes. Come back out, and he's not on the bench. Like, okay. So go back Go back in, like, hey, Ma, like, Dad's not on the bench. Like, okay, well, so we're looking around, looking at all the different benches all around. I mean, we searched, like, everywhere in a big-ass square radius of where, and, like, there's so many people, and it's the dude searching bathrooms and looking, we can't find this motherfucker. So we go back to the hotel, and you gotta you gotta take buses there, and it's like, dude, you're never gonna fucking find him there, and, like, you just gotta eventually, he'll be at the hotel, hopefully he knows where to go.
Yeah.
You know how he is, and, so we go back to the hotel, and it's like, he ain't there. He hadn't been there, It's like, oh, shit, thinking maybe he'll leave a note. This was here again before cell phones were super prominent, and even then, he didn't have one anyway. So,
I mean, the motherfucker still has a flip phone.
yeah, that's my point. So, actually, I'm thinking it might have even been before cell phones at all. But, so we go back, and it's like, well, this kind of ruins the day. Like, what, are we just going to go out and fucking enjoy the day and leave them at home? Like, or at the hotel? So we went to the hotel pool, and I mean, obviously, it's some humongous water park and all this shit. And he didn't come back it was like 6 hours. He just sat there at the park waiting for us, dude. And then, like, had to find his way back home. And then he went to the hotel, and because obviously the water park in your room is quite a distance away. And so then he comes to the water park looking for us, and then we went back looking to see if he had been back yet, and it was just a clusterfuck all day, dude. We lost him all day. Jesus Christ.
I bet your mom was pissed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, ask her about it sometime. I'm surprised you haven't heard that story.
Yeah, no, I've never heard that story before.
Yeah.
I got lost at Brookfield Zoo once.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I was like fucking 5. Kind of the same story. We were in like a gift shop, and like all of a sudden I'm like looking around, and I don't see my mom, I don't see my brother, my aunt, or my cousin, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And I'm like looking around this fucking store, and I'm like, where the fuck did these guys go? And I like tweaked the fuck out, like, oh my god, what do I do? So like I went back. Now mind you, the gift shop is right where the entrance of the fucking park is. My stupid ass, whatever, I guess it's really not that stupid, but I went back and like retraced my steps of the entire day of where we went to get back to the entrance to go back to the car. So like I went around the entire park to each exhibit that we went to get back to the car. How I remember, I couldn't do that now, so I don't know how the fuck I was able to do it when I was 5. Sat at the car, and dude, I couldn't imagine being a parent, like, thinking your kid got fucking abducted, because, I could only imagine. You know how my mom is, too, so, like, she was
Aunt,
oh, bro, they were probably tweaking the fuck out. And I was just like, well, they have to come back to the car eventually, so I just sat at the fucking parking block, and I was fucking, like, golf cart, just speeding up, fucking, my mom's like, oh my god! I thought you were gone, and I was like, no, you guys, I couldn't find you. And like, I just went back to the car. My mom was like, you did good, and I was like, yay! Can I have a toy then? She got me.
No, you little bastard.
Nah, she got me a stuffed animal.
Yeah. There was also at Disney. Me and my sister shared a bed, and my mom and my dad shared a bed.
Obviously.
And 2, 3 in the morning. My sister literally kicked me out of the bed in her sleep, and I boom right onto the floor. And my dad jumped out of bed, thinking someone was breaking into the hotel room at Disney, dude. No, Dad, it's just me on the floor. Like, and then of course, here again, my mom's dying, like woken up out of bed, freaking out, and then now she's dying laughing because I'm on the fucking ground and what just happened. Oh, it was fucking hilarious. I was so pissed. My sister's like 5 or 6 she was 6 at the time. Pushed my ass out of the bed. I was 10. You motherfucker.
So you were, what, a good 130, 140 at
Oh,
10?
at least.
Oh, man.
I had another story, and I can't remember what it was now, but...
I used to eat butter, just sticks of butter. Did you
I
ever
don't
hear about
remember
that,
I
Paul?
don't remember any of that.
According to Nick's mom, he used to just take sticks of butter and eat them. Just sticks of butter.
What the fuck?
You got something to say over there, bud?
Were you Paula D.
You know what he was in love with though?
Hay rides.
Hay rides. Our lovely producer.
Got called a bitch by his grandpa.
His mom made the mistake of telling me this wonderful story about how Paul was on a hayride when he was like 8.
I was younger than that.
I don't. Maybe she did say like 5 or 6. How it was kid friendly and all this stuff.
13, 14.
And last year, and I quote, was so scared he tried calling into his grandma's vagina to get away from the clouds. And then your grandpa goes, yeah, he was acting like a real bitch. And they had to stop the hayride, and they had to get a hold of your grandpa to come get you off the hayride.
Imagine being our age and a little kid stopping the fucking hayride.
I'd feel bad for the kid, honestly.
I'd be like, that little fucking piece of shit. Grow a sack. Let's go.
That's
motherfucker.
real fucking fear, though.
I'm just
Like, that's real fear. Did you have any irrational fears like that when you were younger? Because I did.
Yeah, dude, I was like,
Oh, dude, if you say what I think you're going to say,
what?
and if you
I don't
don't,
know if I've ever told you this story.
oh, let's fucking hear it, bro.
No, I used to be very good friends with Sean Dwyer.
Yeah.
And we had a camp, like a party at a birthday party at his house, and it was like me and Sean and Jesse Sands and Ryan Bukalu were all there having a bonfire at the back of his farm. And his fucking brother put on, dude, he had this humongous fucking, like, dude, it was like a gremlin mask. Dude, it was fucking huge. And I always used to see it hanging behind the basement door. And all of a sudden one day he, like, snuck out there in the middle of the night while we were at the campfire and scared the shit out of us, dude. Like, scared, like, we wouldn't go back out there. Like, nah, like, even after we knew it was him, like, nah, fuck you. Like, hell no. Like, we were, I don't know how old, but we were younger. And so, like, for years, I just had a fear that, like, some motherfucker with this humongous mask was going to come out and, like, kidnap me in the dark. So, like, my mom would ask me to go take the garbage out, you know, like, 6, 7 years old, and I'd fucking run as fast as I could to the garbage can, like, get halfway there and throw it. And then, like, as I let go, I was already running back to the house because, like, some guy in a big mask is going to scare me. Or not scare me, but like grab me or some shit. And then, of course, Uncle Michael, like, he thought it was fucking hilarious as well. Because I thought it was funny to scare my sister. So they thought it was funny to get me. Which, here again, I deserved it. But, you know, on top of that, it just added to that irrational fear. He waited by the side of my house. Here again, I'm running back from the fucking garbage. And now he's running at me. Like, oh, dude, scared the shit out of me. Like, dude, like, this is it. Like, this is it. My irrational fear came true.
I thought your irrational fear that you were going to bring up is your whole sharks in the pool.
I thought about it, but I brought that one up before.
That's probably one of the most irrational fears I've ever heard.
It's not even that there's like it's a shark. It's just you can't see the water below you.
It's the unknown.
It's not even that it's in a pool. It's just the fact that you can't see what's below you when you're in a great body of water. Like, I don't know, in a pool, to me, is a pretty big body of water. It's, you know, hundreds of thousands of gallons, or if not tens of thousands, you know.
I was definitely afraid of flying monkeys.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So shark in a pool, that's ridiculous. But flying monkeys.
You ever seen The Wizard of Oz, motherfucker?
Yeah, I have. That's all right. That's not fucking ridiculous. That's not... Yeah, motherfucker.
It's an irrational fear. That's my point.
But mine's just fucking not just way out there, huh?
Yeah.
Flying monkeys, motherfucker.
I know, I get what you're saying. It is. It's ridiculous. They're not. They don't exist.
Shark in a pool, though. Nah.
They don't exist.
How could that ever come true?
I don't know. But no, I was really bad. And then it kind of evolved. There used to be, I think I've told you about this. But for my room used to be this room, and that tree, there used to be a fucking owl
Yeah.
that just sat there and
You've told
just
me about
hooted
that.
all night. And hooted. Just a
Hoot.
hoot hoot. Just scared the shit out of me for like 2 years. Couldn't sleep in my own room for like 2 years. I'd sleep on the couch. I'd come down here and sleep with my grandparents.
Yeah, during thunderstorms and
Sleep
shit, I
with
used
my
to come
mom.
down like when I was like 4, 5, 6. Actually, yeah, it was right when we moved into the new house. I used to come downstairs. There'd be horrible thunderstorms. I mean, you know how it gets out, and that was before all the trees, and so it got real bad. I used to come downstairs, sleep in my parents' room, every single time, every thunderstorm. But
Now we'd be going outside when tornadoes hit.
yeah, let's chase them down.
Look at that, Dale. That one's forming real nice.
And back to my whole irrational fear of someone in a mask coming out and grabbing me. And the more thought I put into it, I still had that irrational fear up until just a couple of years ago. Remember that night with the stooge juice and we took the 4-wheelers out back? That one night? Yeah, I had that whole time we were riding around, I had a fear that, you know them saw masks with the pig mask fucking dudes that come out and grab people? I had a fear that a dude was going to come out of the cornfield and grab me with one of them pig masks. Dude, I never rode so motherfucking hard and fast in my life, dude. I figured, motherfucker can't catch me if I'm going fast. Like,
I still have an irrational fear because of that goddamn movie. Parking garages scare the shit out of me because of that fucking movie.
yeah.
I remember.
I just don't like parking garages in general. They're just freaky.
The first time I ever got drunk, I was with my cousin Scott, and we watched that movie, and I think I was like 13 or 14, and I mean, he's already fucking in high school, so, like, they're already in, like, that experimental high school phase, So, like, I love my cousin. Like, I looked up to him, so, like, I was following him in every move, and that was the thing. Like, I went over to his house, and, dude, we're gonna watch Saw. Yeah, dude, okay, cool. Dude, that movie started, and my drunk ass was just like, hell fucking no, dude. I'm thinking the whole time, like, bro, this is terrifying. And then, dude, yeah, that fucking dude gets, like, abducted from the parking garage, and the fucking girl with the pig mask scared the fucking shit out of me. Like, I think it's what made my stomach hurt. And next thing I know, I'm throwing up in the toilet all night. Like, and that was the first night, like, God, I'm never going to do this again if you get me through this. That's the first time I ever got drunk. And the first time I ever, like, really was truly terrified. I thought I was going to die. Still can't go into parking garages.
Wow.
There's so many fucking Saws now.
There's a new one coming out with Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Called Spiral.
Yeah. Weird.
That's wild.
Well, how about that?
Is that Chris Rock, too?
Yeah.
Isn't... Oh, that's cool. You got some pretty big name actors in there. Chris Rock, Samuel L. Jackson. That's it. I was going to say Leonardo DiCaprio. That's not it, though. Oh, that's cool.
Who the fuck?
Oh, I do know who that is.
Crazy.
Interesting.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
May 21st.
I have to say, the movie, aside from that one, like, the only horror movie that really scared me like that, and it was more so because of this shit that was going on during the movie, was when we watched Paranormal Activity. That shit tweaked me the fuck out. And
I
then
watched it for the first time at John's house with a surround sound.
Yeah.
Fucking, oh, you were there for
yeah,
that?
in the sunroom.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't remember who was there. I was thinking it was just me, him, and Mike.
No, Brendan was there too.
Was he?
Yeah, because when we went out and thought we were ghost hunters and wanted to go and do cemetery shit.
That's right.
Yeah, and then it kicked off the whole insane asylum thing, and we went to the insane asylum and went to that abandoned trucking company.
Almost got. I don't even know what.
Dude, that table was just full of syringes, and that was weird.
Or when you saw the fucking dude pop out, and we all ran and went to the other building, and then we came back, and the fucking door was propped open with the brick.
Yeah, well, and there was a fucking ladder and the clothes in the fucking, like, basement of that building, too. Like,
Yeah.
we could have been real assholes and taken that fucking ladder away from that homeless crackhead. He would have died down there. See, I didn't think about that until now, but someone suggested we take that ladder. And it's like, no, right now it sounds like a good idea so he doesn't kill us. But if we would have taken that ladder, like, that man would have died. He would have had no, I mean, I don't think he would have had a way to get out. Why else would you put a ladder down there? We could have potentially killed a human being.
If I was him, I would have tied to something down there.
Yeah, but you're not thinking
Fuck
a bunch
you.
of fucking kids are going to run up and take your ladder.
No, but my thought would be, motherfucker, this ladder is gone. I'm dead. That's what my thought would be.
Hopefully he's got enough water down there. Seeing his body's 66%.
Brain is 75.
That's fucking wild, man. Yeah, that insane asylum was weird, too. Was it you that was telling us someone you went there with fell through the floor? Paul?
Yeah, their leg.
And fell in the crematorium place?
That'd be cool.
Fuck no. Fuck off. I'd have noped right the fuck out of there. You would have seen a motherfucker with superpowers. I would have levitated out that bitch.
I went in the basement.
That's where the crematorium was.
Yeah.
And then I went down there.
Yeah, pretty much. That place is
It
weird.
was me, John, and Mike went down there because you
No,
and
it
someone else.
It was you, Alex, and Dennis.
Is that who it was?
Yeah. I had to babysit Nick.
That's what it was. Because that's why I went down there. It was either go down there or stay up there with him, and I was not staying up there with him.
He was tweaking.
Fuck
the
you.
fuck
I'm
out.
going down. I'll take my chances down there.
He was tweaking the fuck out.
If he wouldn't have been there, I don't know if I would have went down. It was weird though, because like you start going, like you drop down where we went, and you went into this fucking hole, and there was different chutes you could go. There was like 3 or 4 different areas you can go into. So you start taking one, well that one splits off and goes into more, and then you go down that one and it splits off into more. Well, it's like I started going and it's like I started to somewhat lose track of which turns I had made, and it's like, dude, if I get stuck down here, like, what the fuck do I do? Like, fuck you, I ain't going any farther. Fuck that. If I had a rope, a 100-foot rope tied to me down, into a stake where I started, yeah, sure, I'll go wherever. Fuck that.
You would probably like the movie As Above, So Below, because it's kind of like that. It's a weird, fucked up movie. Like, it's a lot of people consider it like terrifying and shit, but it's kind of like an archaeological thing where they go down in this cave, and I want to say they're trying to find like the Holy Grail or some jewel or something. I don't remember. But it's trippy. It's trippy as fuck. You should watch it. I'm pretty sure
I'm
it's
gonna
on
have to look it
Netflix.
up.
I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. It's weird. It's a weird movie. I want to be that guy though. I should have been an archaeologist. But how many of those people get to go into the pyramids and shit? You know what I mean? Like, I want to be that guy. How do you get to be that guy?
I don't know.
We should contact ancient aliens, because they always seem to get in all those fucking pyramids and shit. I want to do that. I want to talk to one of those guys, too.
Think we can get away with it
Kinda
through the
out of their
podcast?
fucking mind. I mean, more things are opening that we're kind of getting media, like, kind of past stuff for. But probably fucking not. They'd be like, these 2 fucking cucks, I'm gonna let you in a national treasure. What are you doing?
You guys didn't hear that?
No? No, we ain't doing this.
It was you.
Talking about irrational fears and shit, and you're gonna think you hear something. Yeah, you get the fuck out my house.
I don't know how I did it. This chair scooted. But it like hopped over the floor.
Like a little jump stuff on a hop. All right, well, it's about at that time.
All right, well, on that note, come on, get.
Peace. What are you doing?
Bussy.
Smell like bitch.
Look like bitch.
You are bitch.
Your mama.